Hello everyone and welcome to another Customer Service Champions training video. My name is Tal Schnell. I'm your customer service coach, speaker, and mentor, and I'm really excited to share a topic that would add value to your leadership development because as a leader, communication has to be effective on a daily basis to drive your team to success. To drive that excellence, you need to be communicating specific things to your team on a daily basis so they can be taking off and leading with excellence in that culture that thrives to deliver the best service out there. So I wanted to share this video with you because I'm really inspired and really pumped about this because I think there's some great opportunities for your leadership development to get other people involved and share those customer service huddles and be part of something bigger than yourself. It begins with daily consistent service huddles that takes your team to the next level. Now let me share with you what I've learned in doing those customer service huddles. There's a great element of engagement. There's a great element in the facilitation of one that people get engaged with. And if they're not engaged, there's something that we need to look at, but the consistency of doing those communication is really important. I mean, many of us are doing those maybe once in a while. We're doing this maybe monthly, doing this maybe quarterly. But in order for you to succeed as a leader, the communication, the effectiveness of the communication has got to be there. When it's there, then you know your team is getting ready to hit the road and run with delivering exceptional customer experiences each and every day. So I want to dive into this topic, and I want you to feel like you are into almost like a sports team huddle, that you are inspiring, you are energizing, you're communicating important things to your team each and every day, and so your team can take away what the level of energy that you have into taking them to the next level of customer excellence. So let's get started here. Number one is share the service standard of the day. It may seem very simple to share a service standard of the day, but what you really have to do is understand that service standards sometimes are shared when you're onboarding new customer reps to your organization, right? They may be part of that first day orientation. But as a service leader, you've got to remind people, reinforce those standards, the expectations of delivering those standards, and why those standards are so important. There's a purpose of what we do, and as a leader, if you can communicate that to your team, that there's a purpose of delivering those standards of excellence, then your team can get more energized, more inspired. They need to have their stake in it and then live up to that standard each and every day. Number two is sharing the vision of where we're going, the core values of service, and the purpose. Now, this may seem something very simple and something that you may say, well, we've already shared that with our team when they started with us. But again, your team has to be reminded of where they're going, why they're going there, and the important values of the culture of excellence so they can be connected and engaged in every day. And while you're doing those, share how your team actually connected to the vision, the purpose, and the values. When there's an example they can connect with, then there's more positive energy around the team, that they can see that actually we're leading by example. It's not just something that is a plaque on the wall. We're actually doing things to get us to the next level, right? So number three is take it to the next step. Is really a great transition. It's about recognition and appreciation. When you're doing the recognition and appreciation for your team, the wonderful thing about it is to share the power of positive, lasting memories that your guests were having as part of that experience that your team was delivering. So I strongly urge you to do this, because when you're doing those type of things, your people feel like they're going the extra mile, they're working hard, they're very intentional about helping the customer. And one of the things I've noticed is that it's all about self-esteem. It's all about building the confidence of your team. Well, how do you build the confidence in your team? Is that you share great examples of what someone did in order to provide exceptional service. When they do that, it's just something that is magical. I mean, think about you. If someone shared a positive story about you, how you went above and beyond for a customer, that is just something very empowering. The next one is to share key performance metrics. You may call it balanced scorecard. That is, now this is something that I want you to think about as simplified as much as possible. That's just like any other sports team. Your team needs to be energized about the game and the score of the game. They need to know whether their efforts are actually contributing to the overall goals that you set out in the beginning. So this is about goal orientation. This is about, are we hitting our goals? Are we getting close to our goals? Are we really stretching those goals and exceeding them? So when you're sharing the metrics, be sure that it's connected to the hearts and the minds of the people and their efforts, and then challenge them to exceed those goals, because we want to provide that stretch environment, the growth environment in their leadership. So please do so, because this is something very, very important for your leadership team, for the culture, to also be motivated by the goal. The next one is to share customer feedback. Customer feedback comes in different forms nowadays, as you know, with social media being very, very powerful. Share the comments, the feedback, the good, bad, and ugly, so people can be connected to how can we improve. It's all about continuous improvement. So when you're doing so, be sure that there's an element of feedback into the daily communication process. When that's there, people can say, well, how can I coach my team in order to take that to the next level and create development and growth environment for them? It's done through communication and feedback. When that happens, people can adjust, they can make modification, they can see how the service is impacting the customer. And when that happens, there's some amazing things that can really, really take your culture to the next level and be actually very intentional and very committed into doing those. The next one is just share a coaching moment, a leadership development moment with your team on how someone could really take a leadership topic or a development topic into that and create momentum for that day. Again, your role here is a two-part, is to inspire and communicate the expectations and create accountability in order to take people to the next level, to take them to the vision that you set forth with your team and create that fuel. You know, people want to be positive in their work, people want to have autonomy, people want to be empowered. So be sure that you're taking this huddle as a team effort, and sometimes the best thing you can do is actually share roles in the service huddles. Maybe let other people lead the huddle so they can also be energized in that process. So I appreciate you guys are tuning in to another customer service video here, and I hope to see you on the next one. Please connect with me if I can help your organization take your customer experience from good to great. Thank you and have a great day.